Hello everybody, red hot day despite the lack of sunshine. Me and Bobby, we're off up Hoddy Cows Lane today, having a little wander. We'll pick this up shortly because we're going to talk about, I say we as though dog can talk, don't I? I'm going to talk about the time that I came up here to take some photographs for the police officer who was on the cliff tops back in 2019 when he saw the red figure of 8 at the top of Speeton during the night. This strange, what can we call it? Was it a UFO? It was a red light that looked like it had a dark band pulled around its middle, giving it the effect of a figure of 8. And I came up during the daytime to get him some photographs. And whilst walking back, somebody, be it accidentally or on purpose, shot a gun and the bullet went straight past my chest. I did ring the police, and we'll pick this up a little bit closer to where it actually happened. And I don't suppose this is unexplained phenomena, but it occurred whilst looking into a story. It was totally unexplained. Okay, come on Bob, let's get moving. There he goes. Look, he's had a bit of a trim. Just needed it. I wanted to walk about with that great big thick black overcoat that he had on. So his ears, I didn't realise he'd got small ears. But there you go. Okay, leave it there. So this is where the police officer stood in 2019 and claimed that he saw the figure of 8. And as you can see, there's the RAF base in the distance, or you might not be able to see it, but he set off running then, not in fear, but he wanted to see if there were a rational explanation for what he'd just seen. And I think he thought he were going to come into contact with someone on a quad bike, or I don't know, something with a strange configuration of lights, but he found nothing. So an interesting sighting when he least expected it. I think it was, you know, 11:30, 12 at night. And we're going to cover that one shortly in more detail. So back in August, I think it was August the 7th, 2019, I'd been onto the cliff tops to get the pictures for the police officer who'd seen the figure of 8. This strange light formation that he'd seen, only about 18 inch off ground. And I was walking down this path on my way back. Beautiful day, to be honest. It was quite warm. And as we're walking along here, and we're just leaving the cliff tops, and probably we're just on the approach now to what's called Hoddy Cows Lane. Come round this corner. They'd been cutting and baling up in the top field there. All this had been cut, and obviously vegetation weren't as high, but it was still pretty thick in that hedgerow. See a big stack of bales, but no farmhands or anything. And I just got to about this point now, probably another 10 or 20 feet maybe, and literally a bullet passed straight past my chest, and I could feel the velocity. You could hear the velocity of this thing as it passed, and it was a bullet. My dad used to and had a firearms certificate, and I often went to rifle club with him. This was a bullet. Hit the undergrowth and made a sort of thudding, splashing of leaves kind of sound, and I knew instantly and dropped to my knees. I was a bit stunned for a moment. I'd seen a deer, so somebody could have just took a random shot at a deer. I do realise that. There's an aircraft above us, but don't know, I couldn't see anybody. If I got a bit higher I could see them bailing, but that's all I could see. I rang 999 and told them I'd just been shot at. Told them where I was. The police said, "Are you safe now?" How could I answer that? What a stupid thing to say, seriously. And they told me to hang up and ring 101. So I shuffled along here until I got to a place a good distance away, and that's exactly what I did. And I stood there, a bit like a sitting duck really, and nobody answered. So I rang when I got home. It took them weeks to get back to me, and I'd rang in saying a firearm had been discharged. I don't know. If I'd have had a bald tyre, I'd have probably got a summons and my car pulled over at side of the road, but it were only a gun, weren't it? Okay, me and the Bobster, we're going to end it there and head back down. Thank you.